Hello, today I want to talk about accountability. Is it the key to your success in life and in business? And we'll talk about the definition of what we mean by accountability and why it's important and how it's important, how the benefits and the disadvantages, all that kind of stuff. This is part of a short series where I'm talking about accountability, responsibility, reliability, consistency, frequency, and persistency. And then at the end of this video, I'll give you some kind of tips that you can use to help you become more accountable. First of all, we need to agree on the definition of accountability. And before doing this video, I did a bit of research and looked at half a dozen different dictionaries online, and they all say the same thing. Accountability is an obligation and a willingness to accept responsibility for your actions. So it's like, saying what you're going to do and then doing what you said you're going to do. Because in this world, there are too many people that are all talk. They give it a good yak, they give it all of this. But when it comes to actually getting stuff done, when it actually comes to them standing up for what they said they're going to do and, turning up on the day, they don't show. They're ill, the car broke down, the cat died, the bus was late, the train broke down. They don't actually show up. Think about this. If you've got very young kids or you've had kids, you will have seen this. You walk into your living room and there's a beautiful piece of crayon artwork on the wall. It's a real abstract Picasso kind of thing. And you've got two kids. The child that actually did this, more than likely, when you say, come on kids, who did this? Will not take responsibility. She'll blame, or he will blame the other child. No, it wasn't me, it was Paul. Paul did it. I saw him. Look, there's the crayon he used, Mum. Yeah, it was him. It wasn't me, he did it. From a very early age, we kind of don't take responsibility. We don't accept that we are accountable for our actions. Let me give you another example. Let's say you are 50 pounds overweight, yeah? A lot of people, rather than saying, yeah, I'm overweight because I drink too much beer and I eat too many packets of fish and chips and crisps and stuff and I don't exercise enough, okay? It's my fault, I need to take some action. But a lot of people will not accept the responsibility for their situation. Well, no, I'm just not feeling good and I eat to comfort myself and, I blame all the companies because they make this stuff so appealing and attractive and appetizing that I just can't help myself. And so people won't accept, being accountable for their situation. If you've got into an argument with your loved one and he or she has stormed out the house and you're sitting there fuming, blaming the other person, it takes two people at least to have an argument. It takes two of us to tango, yeah? So if you don't accept responsibility, being accountable for half of that argument, how are you going to resolve it? How are you going to fix it? If you're blaming, putting all the blame on the other person and not being accountable for your own actions. This is the same in business. If you have no clients coming in, if your shop looks really dusty and dirty and the stock's a bit of a mess and you blame your staff, you're the boss. It's your business, it's your property, it's your thing. If you blame everybody else, you're not being accountable for your actions. You're not taking responsibility for the state of your situation. If you're not making the phone calls, I was too busy doing this, I had to deal with that, and I just didn't get time to make the phone calls. I'm sorry, you're not being accountable. You're making excuses. I've done this. I spent a lot of time blaming the world for my woes, blaming everything on, except me, not being accountable for my actions or my inaction in a lot of cases, not actually doing stuff. Sadly, I used to say to people, I'll do that, to kind of get a 5-second hit of feeling good, but then I wouldn't do it. And I'd prevaricate and I'd make excuses and I'd procrastinate and it wouldn't get done. Or if it did get done, it'd get done at the last second and be quite a shoddy piece of work. We need to stop doing this. We need to be accountable for our actions. And if we say we're going to do something, We have to do it, particularly in business. If you've got a client and you say to your client, yeah, okay, I will do that for you and I'll have it ready by 1 o'clock on Friday, have the bloody thing ready by 9 o'clock Friday morning, okay? Be accountable. If you say you're going to do something, then do it. It makes you look good, it makes you feel good, and it gets rid of a lot of worry and stress and anxiety, because if you start saying things and you've got no intention of doing them, people will find out. People will discover your dirty little secret, that you're not accountable for your actions, that you can't be relied upon to do what you say you're going to do. And we need to change this. So what can we do to change it? In business, one of the best things I think you can do is, first of all, accept responsibility yourself internally. Make it one of your values, being accountable. Never ever say you're going to do something if you know that you don't want to do it, or you can't do it, or you can't do a really good job, or you haven't got the time, or it's just not going to happen. Start saying no to things. Start saying no, because if you say, look, I'm really sorry, Paul, I can't be there on Friday at 9 o'clock. I've got something else going on. I'd love to help out, but I just can't do it. I can do it Saturday, I can do it Sunday, but I just can't do Friday. Start saying no. Because if you say, oh yeah, I'll be there on Friday at 10 o'clock, don't worry about it, I'll be there, promise. And you know you can't be there. Not only are you lying to yourself, which is a horrendous thing to do, but you're lying to your friend or your colleague. So start saying no to things you know that you can't do, or you're not going to be able to get to do. On the flip side of that, get yourself an accountability buddy. If you're in business, find someone who's doing the same thing as you, or a friend who's in business, and meet on a regular basis. I meet with my accountability buddy, Jade, every Monday night at 7 o'clock. And we talk about what we've done in the past week, and we talk about what we're doing in the next week. And we make each other accountable. So if I say, right, I'm going to call 20 people, or I'm going to write 10 posts, or make 5 live videos, then the following week, Jade was going to grill me and say, okay, Paul, what did you do? And I'll say, right, I did it all except one thing because of X, Y, or Z. And vice versa. Jade says to me, right, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. The following week, I hold her accountable. And we give each other grief in the nicest way possible. If, Jade says to me, oh God, Paul, I was really tired and I didn't do X, Y, or Z, then I will help her find out what the problem was so that it doesn't recur. She does the same for me. If I said that I was going to do a live every day at 7:30 or thereabouts, and I didn't, she's going to chase me up and go, Paul, I didn't see your live on Wednesday, what happened? And I'm going to have to come up with an explanation and get grilled by Jade for not doing what I said I was going to do. And it's really, really great, because we've become really good colleagues now, really good friends. And we don't just do the accountability, it's kind of expanded, but it started off as purely being accountable to each other for doing what we said we were going to do. The next thing, this is a really good one, I've seen this in a few places, is if you've got somebody you can trust, yeah, write a check to an organisation that you hate the most. So it could be the Conservative Party or the Labour Party, could be the English Defence League, it could be anything. Write a check, yeah, for a lot of money to an outfit you don't like, that you completely disagree. The Fox Hunting Society or the Anti-Fox Hunting Society, doesn't matter, okay? Write that check out and give it to your friend, so that when you say, I am going to go to the gym 3 times a week to lose this weight, yeah, if you don't show, that check gets posted and cashed by the organisation that you hate the most. I mean, what is worse than that? Actually paying your own money to an organisation that you absolutely loathe. It's a great way to keep yourself accountable. And no cancelling the check, no escaping. What's the point? Be accountable. Give that check for 100 quid or 500 quid or 50 quid to your friend and say, look, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week for the next 3 months to get rid of this weight, get healthy, get some exercise, get some colour in my cheeks, whatever. And then at the end of that 3 months, you say to your friend, I only went twice, bang, that check gets posted and you are gonna feel horrible. You're gonna feel crap because you've just spent, you know, 100 quid on the Conservative Party or the Labour Party or whatever organisation you don't like. It's a real incentive to keep yourself accountable, yeah? By paying money, by giving money to an organisation that you hate if you don't do the thing. Another great piece of accountability is announce it to the world. If you've got a Facebook account, if you've got Instagram, whatever it is, and you've got followers and you're going to do something or you want to do something, you want to be accountable, tell the people on social media that you're going to do it. Do a live and say, okay, I pledge that in the next 3 months, I'm going to lose these 3 stone that I'm overweight. Or I pledge that every week, I'm going to contact 50 new businesses and put my proposal to them. That's what I pledge to do. And every Monday, I'll let you know what I did. So imagine what's going to happen now if you don't do it. People are going to rib you. They're going to point you, Paul, you didn't do it, mate. You're useless. You're hopeless. So being accountable is a really good way, you know, to the public, announce to the public, oh God, no, if I don't do it, people are going to ridicule me. They're going to, you know, they're going to laugh at me. They're going to send me nasty memes and all this kind of stuff. It's another really good way to keep yourself accountable. Give yourself a reward is another really good way to keep yourself accountable, and make it something in proportion. So for example, if you're going to go on a diet to lose some weight, don't say, right, I'm going to go for a slap up meal the day I stop my diet after I've lost the weight. That's ridiculous. It's completely counteractive. But you could say, for example, I'm going to treat myself to a weekend away, or I'm going to buy myself a small thing, a small toy, you know, a camera or some books or some music. It doesn't really matter. But give yourself a reward. And again, the important ththing is you don't get the reward if you don't do the thing. Keeping yourself accountable. You know, like a carrot on the end of a stick for the donkey. The donkey keeps walking forward because it wants the carrot. And this is a way of keeping you accountable. It's your carrot at the end of your stick. I'll be able to go for a lovely weekend away to Basingstoke, Edinburgh, Brighton, London, doesn't matter wherever, Poland, yeah, Switzerland, France, doesn't really matter. That's my reward. But for 6 months, I've got to do this thing every single day. And if I miss one day, I don't get my reward. So be accountable to yourself. Get yourself an accountability buddy. Pay an organization that you absolutely loathe. Announce it to the world. Give yourself reward. That's 5 things that you can do to keep yourself accountable. The other thing, and probably the most important one, is learn to say no. Why on earth are you going to say to somebody, yeah, I'll have that done by Friday at 5 o'clock, if you know there's no way in the world that you can get it done by Friday at 5 o'clock? You're setting yourself up to fail. You're setting yourself up to look stupid. You're setting yourself up not to be accountable. And this is critical. Yeah, your mindset is everything. So if you set yourself to fail up here, then your brain goes, oh, right, okay, we're going to do that again, are we? Fine, not a problem. And your brain will help you not to be accountable. Because that's what happens. You know, we do what we think about. Our brain points in the direction we want to go. So if we say yes, 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 when in fact we should be saying, no, but I could do it next week. No, I'm sorry, can't do it. No, no, and no. Yeah. Your brain's going to go with you, and it becomes a habit. Lying to yourself can become a habit if you're not careful. I know, because I did this for bloody years, and it was horrible. Okay, I felt like crap because I would say yes to stuff that I knew that I couldn't do, or that I didn't want to do, or that I knew that when the day came, I just wouldn't be in the right frame of mind for it. I don't do that anymore. I only say yes now if I'm going to enjoy it, if I can actually help that person and be there at the time that they want me to be there. Otherwise, I'm just going to say, look, I'm really sorry, I can't. I will offer alternatives if I want to help, but if I can't do it at the precise time they want it done, I will say no. And that makes me feel good because it makes me not a liar to myself. It makes me honest and accountable, and I take full responsibility for my actions, because that's what we're talking about. So my question to you is, are you accountable? Do you take full responsibility and accept responsibility for your actions? That's it for this morning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.